9,000 years ago, when the world was drowning in darkness, humans were still living in caves and struggling to survive by hunting wild animals. At that time, something was happening on the land of today's Pakistan that would change the destiny of all humanity forever. In the remote areas of Balochistan, where today only barren mountains and the sound of dry winds can be heard, a civilization was flourishing that would transform the world forever. In 1974, when a French archaeologist began excavations near the Bolon River in this seemingly ordinary village, he had no idea that he was about to uncover the greatest treasure in human history. As the layers of soil were removed, a world emerged that was far more advanced than anyone could imagine. On the first day, when the first clay pot came into his hands were trembling because he knew this was no ordinary discovery. Welcome to Time Titans Network. I am your host, your friend, and you are watching Time Titans Network. Buried in the ruins of Mehrgarh was the secret that experts from around the world had been searching for centuries. This was the place where humans first decided they would no longer depend on nature, but would fulfill their own needs. The inhabitants here were the first humans who looked at wild grass seeds and thought that if they planted them in the soil, something might grow. This simple experiment became the greatest revolution in human history. The people of Mehrgarh started the world's first farming, cultivated wheat and barley, and discovered the art of domesticating wild animals. The sheep, goats, cows, and buffaloes that are in our homes today are all gifts from Mehrgarh. But the most amazing thing is that they had also invented a systematic method of breeding these animals. Bones found in excavations show that these people knew how to mix different animals to produce better breeds. Looking at Mehrgarh's craftsmanship, it seems as if a craftsman with centuries of experience was working here. Clay was shaped in such a way that pottery became perfectly smooth and beautiful. The designs made on them were so complex that even today it's not easy to recreate them. They melted copper and made tools from it that were as strong as today's steel tools. But the most mysterious thing is that the people of Mehrgarh had items that came from thousands of miles away. Blue stones from Afghanistan, special stones from Iran, pearls and shells from the Arabian Sea, and precious metals from Central Asia. This was no coincidence, but the result of an organized trade network that existed at a time when other civilizations of the world didn't even exist. Looking at the construction of Mehrgarh's houses, one can estimate how organized and planned the lives of these people were. Each house had separate rooms, special places for grain storage, and separate tanks for water. The walls of the houses were built in such a way that they provided protection from heat and cold. The most mysterious discovery here is evidence of dental treatment. Holes in teeth found in skulls during excavation are so cleanly made that it's clear this was a medical procedure. These people made stone drills that could drill holes in teeth. The world's first dentist worked right here. The women of Mehrgarh not only managed household affairs, but were also experts in arts. They learned to make thread from cotton, created colorful fabrics, and made beautiful jewelry. The ornaments found with women in graves here show that they had an important position in society. The people of Mehrgarh buried their dead with great respect. Food items, pottery, and jewelry were placed in graves. It seems they believed in the afterlife. The remains of a temple have also been found here where collective worship took place. The world's first factory was also established here. Mehrgarh had an entire industrial area where only pottery manufacturing took place. Several craftsmen worked here, each a specialist in their art. This was the world's first organized industrial system. The people of Mehrgarh also invented the wheel. Small wheels attached to clay toys found here prove that these people knew wheel technology. They built vehicles and created a transportation system. The biggest secret here is that the people of Mehrgarh knew writing. Symbols found on clay tablets are clearly some form of script. This writing resembles the Indus Valley script, proving that the tradition of education began here. There was also a hospital in Mehrgarh. Medical instruments, herbs, and beds for patients were present here. These people also performed surgery. Surgical marks found on some skeletons are evidence of complex operations. Around 4000 BCE, due to climate change, Rainfall decreased, and gradually people began to migrate eastward from here. These people didn't disappear but went and laid the foundation of the Indus Valley civilization. Harappa and Mohenjo-Daro were actually descendants of Mehrgarh. When modern science analyzed the artifacts from Mehrgarh, the results were amazing. Carbon dating proved that this place is indeed 9,000 years old. DNA tests revealed that the grain seeds found here are ancestors of today's wheat and barley. The human remains here show that these people were direct ancestors of today's South Asians. Even today, many secrets are hidden in Mehrgarh. Only 10% of the area has been excavated. The remaining 90% is still buried underground. Satellite imaging has revealed that an entire city exists underground. Recent discoveries include a mysterious metallic container containing an unknown substance that doesn't react with any chemical. Strange paintings have been found on Mehrgarh's walls depicting animals and plants that don't exist anywhere on Earth. The brains of people here were 30% larger than today's humans. Their eyesight was better, and their memory was very sharp. How these characteristics came about and why they disappeared is a big question for science. The people of Mehrgarh created the world's first democratic system. There was no king here, but decisions were made collectively. Each neighborhood had a representative who participated in the city council. Peace lasted here for thousands of years. There was never any war. A strange disk has been found here that rotates continuously and never stops. It has no motor, no battery, but it's still in constant motion. Scientists say this goes against the laws of physics, but it's happening. An underground chamber has been found in Mehrgarh that is completely empty. Its walls are made of a special stone that absorbs sound waves. Every person who enters this room feels a strange peace. Its actual purpose is still unknown. An ancient library has also been found here on stone tablets that mentions other planets, describes methods of space travel, and has designs of machines that resemble modern rockets. These texts haven't been completely translated yet, but the parts that have been understood are extremely amazing. Before leaving, the last inhabitants of Mehrgarh preserved their city as if they knew that one day the world would search for them. They left all valuable items in their homes and then covered the entire city with soil. Today, when international researchers study Mehrgarh, they are amazed at how such an advanced civilization existed 9,000 years ago. This civilization was thousands of years ahead of its time. Without modern technology, these people were doing things that seem difficult even today. In the coming years, when complete excavation of Mehrgarh takes place, the world will discover secrets that will completely rewrite human history. It's possible that technology will be found here that will give today's world a new direction. It's also possible that we'll discover these people came from somewhere else. Mehrgarh is not just an ancient site, but a gateway to humanity's greatest mystery. It tells us who we are, where we came from, and where we're going. It's a symbol of our identity, the pride of our past, and the hope of our future. As long as the world exists, Mehrgarh's secrets will continue to amaze the world, because this is not just the name of a place, but a symbol of human greatness, proof of our unlimited potential, and a declaration that human capabilities are limitless. Mehrgarh is still alive today. Its soul still echoes in this silent desert, and its hidden secrets are still inviting the entire world to come and discover what humans really are and what their true destination is.